What's up, you guys? How you guys doing on this boy throwback here? Gonna have Bad Blood eventually joining us today. Gonna be talking about NXT and watching it a little bit. We are live. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I've already gone through some of this stuff on here, so um, we're gonna recap on NXT. We're gonna watch a little bit while we're talking. So come join the conversation and stuff. Join the comment section, and we'll have some fun. Um, it's been literally a crazy couple of times. We've had a bunch of good matches. We have Paxley versus Lola Vice. We had Robert Stone and Noam Dar's crew in a match. We've had, you know, Carmelo Hayes and Joe Gacy in a match, which is going on. My son is actually running in here, so I gotta do this. There we go. And stuff. I'm actually watching Hayes versus Gacy. This match is really good. Both of them are comparisons, but there's a uh, little thing going in the background right there. When it comes to Gacy and stuff, that with him and Dijak, it makes sense that they're going to come back and do another rubber match on that. While I'm watching this and stuff and talking to you about it, if you're watching, do hit up the comment section and spread the word out. We're going to try to change it up. We're still trying to feel out how this is all working and everything. Even though I got my 1-year-old running around here and stuff. Yeah. He's like, hi guys. He's going in for the cover. Hayes, I can't wait till like they bring back Ilya and Trick, because once they bring them both back, it's going to be good. And Blood even said last week that he thinks that it's just going to be Hayes and Ilya for the most part, I believe, if I remember right. But it's a lot of fun seeing how NXT is shaping up for what they get for Roadblock coming up. He's right here.
We need to watch him, or you
need to watch him.
Come on. No, come on. Let's go.
It's okay, buddy. Sorry about that. Gacy and Hayes, I love them as a combination for basically going against each other, just because of the fact they're two different styles. So Gacy's more like the rough and tough, and Hayes is like a hybrid kind of individual, which is great. It's good to see how things for Hayes have progressed, and he's gonna be on the main roster. He's on the main roster, but kind of not. He's in the Gargano. Well, he's Alki Black now, but just those guys that came up, Ricochet, Ciampa, and stuff, in that type of space where he's like a hybrid. But Gacy is just so good at what he's doing right now. Brody, relax. Gacy flying out of the rain, freaking a guy his size shouldn't be like that crazy and stuff. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm sorry about that. It's crazy having this 1-year-old who likes wrestling and he can't watch right now because he doesn't understand it. Back onto commercial. I'm so excited for actually Roadblock this year because it's going to be an interesting thing. I do think Trick's going to be intertwined in it somehow. I do think something big's going to happen. I wouldn't be shocked to see someone from the main roster coming up and just trying to take a title or opportunity, which for NXT would be something like give them more eyes on the product. So, I mean, I'm a weird duck. I think certain things. But like I said, talk on the comments if you guys want to ask questions or anything. I'm always down to answer stuff. So Von Wagner and Mr. Stone were in the back, and Alexis King basically spouting out the mouth saying like they watch my music and your kids will be proud of it. And Stone went off, so we're probably going to get a match with Robert Stone and Alexis King eventually. I mean, Melo's got him in the Boston Crab. He's trying to spin it. It's so good to see how Melo's changed, especially since he was in Chaotic Wrestling a long time ago, and how successful he is. It's great to see the progress he's made from then. And I got lucky to see him in there and stuff at Battlegrounds as the champion, so it was fun. It's fun to see a lot of people like Dijak, Ilya, and stuff. People I never thought I would actually see live. German suplex. That'll look like it hurt. Uranagi. I don't understand why they don't call the rock bottom on Uranagi because it's basically the same. So with Roblox coming up very soon, probably in about a month or so, I believe. I could be wrong. What do you guys think is the card shaping up? Who do you guys see who's going to be seeing who? I think that you're going to have Paxley turn on Valkyrie, and both of them will be a match. I think Lola is going to interrupt it. I mean, Lola's match with Paxley was interesting. There was actually a meme out there with her trying to make a submission and stuff like that. Gacy up on the top, waiting for Mela to block it. We're going to have another Dijak match at Roadblock 2. Obviously, everybody knows who. This is like the next day of all this anyways, but still, it's good to talk about it and give you guys perspective on what I think. He's smiling about it as Gacy kicks out. Hayes looks like he's got a bunch of abrasions on his face. And fatigue's kicking in. Irish whip. Gacy with the suit, trying to do a suplex. He's block elbows. It'd be cool to see Joe Gacy though as a champion. What do you guys think though? You think it would be a perfect NXT champion? Because I really think after Mania, Ilya is going up, Hayes is going up. I think Breaker is going up with Corbin. So like a good chunk of the roster is getting turned over. Making a point with Gacy is Hayes looks right into the camera. This match was pretty good. It was very action packed, quick. Like Carmelo as heel Carmelo is so good. This is why I can't wait to see if they do at Stand and Deliver a triple threat match. We will. I'm going to be watching it. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's Sunday. I haven't seen the dates yet, so. But very physical, very fun match. And again, I know I'm going to miss some stuff because I'm watching this on Hulu and stuff. So, I mean, if you guys have anything you saw from last night, please let me know, and I'll talk about what I can think, what my thoughts on. I don't mind giving my opinions on stuff either. So, there goes Dijak with the freaking baton. These guys together are so good. Like the last standing match they had last time was really good, and Dijak winning it. They need to get to this to have a down the Stand and Deliver. And I think honestly, and I'm probably alone in this, I think that at the end of the day, that they're gonna do at Stand and Deliver a fight pit match. And it's gonna have Gacy and Dijak in that match. That would make perfect sense. Because you have two guys, Gacy playing the guy who's insane, doesn't care about getting hurt or anything. And you have Dijak who acts like a cop. So you can even bring back a match from, long time ago where they basically had they had like freaking the jailhouse match. I can't believe it. I've watched wrestling so far, and my mind's been so shoddy lately, and I'm so sorry about it. It was Big Boss Man had a match where he basically had the jailhouse match and stuff. So this would be pretty awesome to see if they pulled this off, or something like a fight pit or something that they would actually get geared up for fun. Gacy in the straight jacket, laughing, I think this is funny. I think with Ava in there as the GM, I think this is the way they set up Schism again and get two other members, especially when they're hinting at it when Gacy's out there and he has the mask and the logo and stuff. Stax is a really good performer too. You can see he's learning a lot more quickly. Next week, a lot of people know next week's NXT was taped, and something did happen to Shotzi in that, where it's been reported that she was injured, knee, and he had a knee injury possibly. Ola Feni is going to be sick at the end of this year. The way they're shaping him up is like, if Breaker does go up after Mania, Oba is going to be his successor in the way where he just beats down and destroys people. Like, that physicality he has is ridiculous. And I can't wait to see what Oba does, because eventually, like, they're going to end up having to give somebody else a shot at the North American Championship. And I really do believe that Alexis King could be it, or Nathan Frazier if they give him a shot at it. I really do believe that one of those two guys are going to be really good coming up as the North American champion, because I originally thought it might have been Tyler Bate for a little bit, but then they moved him up with Pete Dunne in the main roster, which is working fantastically. I'm so happy for them with getting a title shot and everything um at Perth at the Elimination Chamber. I like how DIY over on Raw had Truth saying they were DX, and now there's DIX shirts out there. I might get that. Eventually, I'll have a North American Championship somewhere down the line, but I can't wait. I'm hoping that by the year there'll be another NXT show in Massachusetts, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Roxy complaining about how Shotzi gets a title shot. She's not wrong. Like all these people who come from the main roster, they automatically get a title shot off the bat. So it's interesting to see how it all pans out with he's not fully injured. Like she's injured, but it's not like very like Cora Jade has been injured. It'd be great to see Shotzi and Roxy go at it on a roadblock or a stand and deliver, something like that. Because if they're gonna bring Roxy up at some point, they have to bring her up after Mania. They have to, because that only makes sense. Which would leave the women's division, I think, a little thin because they just brought Tiffany Stratton up. They do have JC Jane and Dolan, Gigi Dolan there. They have Paxley. They have Fallon Henley. Remember all this stuff. Also, put in the comments if you guys are watching that who you think this is the vignettes about goodness and kind and evil. You know, where they're trying to hype up somebody. It could be anybody. Like I said in Sweden, people discounted it that I thought it might be Uncle Howdy. It's some way it could be anybody. And now here comes the North American champion, Oba Femi. God, this guy's a beast. Oba Femi. I literally want to see him go against Omos. As crazy as that is, Omos in NXT would be fun to watch. Of course, I'm the only one for Roundtable and Wicked Crazy Pinfalls that says the craziest shit. So, I mean, it makes sense. I'm wicked hot when it comes to saying in certain things. Rightfully so. I mean, the dude's the North American champion, won the Breakout Stars champion title tournament, took his shot at Dragon Lee, and he beat Dragon Lee clean. And now he's getting told that people needs to be sending him people. Lexus King is so good. Like how much he talks on people and stuff. He is pretty much, I think he's getting close to like being the way Carmelo is on the mic for NXT. Like they're both close in that regard. He's going to be challenging at Roadblock. It would make perfect sense that they do this match right now, because if they're going to turn Oba towards the NXT Championship, and if Trick is the champion, I could see that happening after Stand and Deliver, where you're getting some of when you get closer into the summer, and they set up a whole feud, because he is the real deal. He is really good, and I'm really high on him. I wasn't at first, but then sitting back and listening to him, and I watch the Hulu stuff, and I watch NXT live on TV sometimes, and it makes sense that they're so high on him, not only from the physical aspect of it, but basically because he could speak, and he's getting more and more comfortable, and you could see it. He's excited about the opportunities he's getting. Don't deal with empty threats. The king always keeps his promise. Here we go. Oh, Oba stopping them. You're gonna. Oh, Lexus King freaking dodges that one. Aw, don't give it next week. Let it build up. Oh, here we go. Briggs and Jensen against each other. They gotta at this point. They have if they have Roadblock in a few weeks, they need to set it up. I'm doing pretty good. What's up, Tyler? How you doing? Uh, yes, it would. It'd be really money. It would be down for everything. Yeah, don't worry. When I get back on it, on that, I will. I'm not bad, but my son's with my oldest right now, and being watched and stuff. But Hulu's ending the match with the tag titles right now, so we've basically gone into 23 minutes and stuff. So, like, if you guys want to ask questions about what I think about Roadblock, what the card should be, um, anything that has to do with NXT, pretty much, I'm always down to answer these questions. Um, I really think Trick and Oba would be money. They have to start making matches for Roadblock, and they have to do some stuff to get ready for Stand and Deliver, because the next thing you know, it will happen. Yeah, I like the artwork. Right now, I'm just trying to enjoy doing this for fun right now, and not really trying to do anything serious. I do this just this talking to you guys about NXT and stuff is a stress reliever for me from life and stuff, and especially what's going on with me outside of this. So, but main event time on Hulu. It's gonna be so good. The match is gonna, I've watched it 3 times already. It's so great. Hold on.
I need to know where.
That's awesome. A lot of people are not artistic. I'm far from it. Nice. Briggs and Jensen next week. I'm hyped about it. You knew this was going to come down once they split. Like, Jensen had to do something to get to his point. And then Sinclair's in-ring debut with Roxy. Roxy's at the point where she's moving to the main roster. It has to happen after Mania. And then they should have hold this match. They should have hold Alexis King and Oba Femi. Not right now. So next week was taped. And there were a lot of reports that Shotzi hurt her knee. And that's the thing about taped. A lot of the stuff that comes out, it comes out early. So you got the Dusty Cup winners, the Wolf Dogs versus the family. No problem, dude. How you doing, Rocky? How's your day going, man? For me, I do NXT on Wednesdays and stuff, and my stuff, the Wicked Crazy Pinfalls, is coming back soon. But the Roundtable Pro Wrestling, they do stuff off and on too. So, off topic, but on Raw, the only reason why Bronson Reed lost is because his wife is having a baby. I mean, I don't think Bronson lost just because of that. I think that there's multitude of things. Like, they have to accommodate so many people to get into the chamber. So I can actually see, like, if they had Bronson needing that kind of thing, it makes sense. The family and D'Angelo and Stacks. Also, the other thing, like, on Twitter too, they do this thing called Space. I might do one from time to time. I'm just talking about NXT. Wicked Crazy Print Falls, we primarily, when we're on that, doing that, we primarily just talk about anything, really. We talk mostly wrestling, but we'll talk about, like, what's going on in pop culture. It's just basically friends sitting around. So I'll probably do a space at some point, but it just depends on schedule, time, and what's going on in life at that point. I might even do when I go back to work and do it on the way back home to kill some time.
Hey. When Hello.
Lily's my daughter.
Dun, 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 dun. Who's here?
We got Rocky in the chat. You know, all you got a bunch of people, Tyler and stuff.
Who's that?
It's an artist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rocky.
So they're locking up right now. We got the fam, Tony D'Angelo
Ah.
with Braun Breaker.
So glitchy.
Oh, it's not glitchy. It's fine.
Oh, there's 5 people in here.
And I think in the Elimination Chamber, it's going to be really good. I think, you know, having Nia and, you know, Rhea is going to be one of those great matches. This one, that was pretty much the only great match for the most part, like an awesome match for the night compared to what it used to.
I'm blending it with the.
Well, you got to get out of the frame.
I have a question.
What?
How am I going to go take a shower? Because
Kids. These guys going back and forth, freaking slugging each other and stuff. Got Stacks doing a DDT on Corbin and stuff. I want more matches where it's like with these guys coming up because they have a problem in NXT now because Breaker supposedly started a storyline where he's supposed to sign either with SmackDown or Raw. But how are you going to do that with like him still in NXT having the tag titles eventually if they win this, which everybody knows they did, but still, it doesn't make any sense. Like, make wrestling make sense. All these commercials on freaking Hulu and stuff. Other than that, it is Valentine's Day. So in the comments, tell me who in NXT you would have as your Valentine and stuff like that. You know, it's also Ash Wednesday too. So Mm. Oh, no kidding. PW Insiders reported that Jay Cargill has been pulled from WWE Elimination Chamber plans. They got to give her a match at Mania, man. And Deep Six hooked into it. The longest thing that people said about Corbin too is the end of days is the most like safest move to get. Like they safeguard that all the time. Stacks blocks it. D'Angelo coming. Stacks trying to come back. D'Angelo trying to get him to hype up on it. I mean, Tony D'Angelo is so good. They got to give him a chance for another title match or something because he's done so many things with the North American Championship when he had it, and now with the tag titles too with Stacks. But they gotta give him like another shot at the title, especially if like let's say Trix got the title and stuff, and he doesn't have an opponent. Oh, this air spine buster hit the mark. That's so good. That's such a good spot. But they got to give D'Angelo a an NXT title match and very soon. It makes more sense to have him on there, and then on top of that, whoever's the champion at the time, give him an opportunity. He's well overdue. Like I said, and leave a comment in the section and stuff. Netbreaker one freaking kick out. This match is really good at being brutal too. If I had an opportunity to interview anybody in NXT, it'd probably be Stacks, just to see his point of view. And if not, D'Angelo definitely. High octane offense. You got to freaking the flip and cutter he did. To push on the outside. Got a 3 count on Stacks with a rollover into a tag. Braun wants a tag. This is going to be good. Up and over. Stacks saves the pin combination. Everybody going over the rope. The crowd's going insane because they're loving the fact how much this action is. You got people doing the Dom thing. This is one of the things that I have on my list. I have a bunch of lists of shows I want to go to, and I want to go into an NXT taping show, and it's in Florida. If I ever had the shot at it, I'm going to AEW on the 13th, so that will be fun. Ron going into the table. Am I the only one that remembers the Spanish announce table being like used constantly at pay-per-view for WWE, and then they end up going through it and stuff? Two count. And there's stuff. Saxton and Joseph talk about how like Corbin hasn't had a title in 6 years, which is a long time. God's going crazy saying this is awesome. Which is always good to know. End of days. And here comes the spear, and Stacks folds like an accordion. Your new NXT champions. This match was pretty good. It's probably about a 6 out of 10 for the night. Lola and Paxley was probably a 3 3 out of 10. Wagner and Stone versus, Noam Dar and his henchmen, probably a 3. And Roxy slapping the hell out of somebody was probably a 4, maybe. Like, this show overall was probably a 6. And the show closes out with them. Oh, and Hayes and Gacy was probably, a 5 out of 10, which it's it was a pretty good show for NXT. They had really better shows in my opinion, but this was pretty decent. So, like I said, Shotzi in the taping got injured. They had to stop the match, according to a few news outlets. I think Fightful was one of them. So that was pretty much NXT this week. It pretty much was an interesting show overall for the most part. It's just that they hyped up this match a lot better than they should have, and they made it more important. It would have been more important, in my opinion, that if they did it like at Roadblock and built it up a little more. You went from Vengeance Day, where the family just got out of a show, out of a title match, and then you go straight in 2 weeks later to have them go after and set up the Wolf Dogs for a tag match title and having them go over on it. It doesn't make sense. If you do long-term booking, that should be it. Not a lot of people do that. Me, I'm a fan. I have 2 cents. I have opinion just like everybody else, but it just makes more sense to me that if you have it like that, it would work out. Other than that, it's just gonna be a crazy night tonight. We have with Roundtable, we're gonna have the trivia night tonight, and then you got AEW rewind or review. Sorry, review. Tonight, it's gonna the usual cast of characters that are gonna be in there. Hoping on Thursdays maybe bring back some crazy pinfalls for you guys and bring back certain people in the past, and I might start to think about some interviews and stuff that I need to do with other people. So, and bring back your favorites and everything else. Other than that, I'm gonna end this a little short, 10 minutes short than usual. So, you see the socials right behind me. Also, Throwback 27 on YouTube. Subscribe to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast on all platforms, including Twitch, YouTube. Also Spotify and other ways of getting your itch for the Roundtable itch. It's great to be associated with Roundtable. They've helped me out a lot. I've been very lucky in everything else. So, as I usually say at the end of every show, do a good deed, pay it forward. Just remember, even getting somebody a cup of coffee, it helps out. So, just have a good night. Just check those out and have fun. Bye, guys.